Hello students, today we are going to discuss one more interesting topic. Every chapter has its own beauty. Okay, so one chapter about the bonding, one chapter about the states, one chapter about the stoichiometry, other chapter about the energy. So this chapter is about the energy only. Ultimately, in the nature, so it is energy which is responsible for every what cause or happenings. Okay, so that energy concept you have to clarify. Only thing is how energy was utilized. Okay, so for what purpose? So in using energy, what all work involved in that? Okay, what is step involved, process involved, by which process? So about this only we discuss in the thermodynamics. Okay, so thermodynamics is also called as chemical energetics. Okay, it is studied in the physics also, but keeping in mind the reactant and the product's energy. So this chapter in chemistry is also known as chemical energetics. Okay. So our today's topic of discussion is what uh, about the heat content of the system. Okay. So I think before we introduce a word for this heat content, I welcome you all for today's session on a very small topic of thermodynamics. That is, what is enthalpy? Okay, what is enthalpy? It's a special new term. Okay, right. Now, please see this one. Hmm? It is a conical flask. So, in this, water is there. Okay, right. So, here we have supplied heat by the source. Okay, so then total energy here after the supply. Right. Now, heat absorbed or lost in a chemical reaction under constant pressure. So, what is constant pressure here? See, whenever we study what exchange of energy between system and surrounding at constant volume, at constant temperature, that is different. Okay, but every time we don't carry out at constant temperature or at constant volume. Okay, because in our chemistry, especially whenever we go chemical reactions, that time liquids are formed, solids are formed, gases are formed. So there is a what change in the volume is there. So volume has to change. Normally we carry out not in the closed system. So test tube is open, beaker is open, okay, containers are open. So most of the chemical reactions what we carry out are in open system. That time naturally change in the volume has to be there. Okay. Therefore, keeping that in the point, whenever we do work, whenever we carry out some work or processes, uh, keeping in mind the change in the volume. But that time what? That time we carry out all these at constant pressure. What is meant by at constant pressure? See, what is our atmospheric pressure? It is what is our atmospheric pressure? It is 760 millimeter mercury or 1 atmosphere, which is always constant. Okay, whether it is done in America or here or at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock at night. So pressure of the atmosphere is constant. That means whenever we carry out some experiments or the processes, naturally we are doing no. That is called as the carrying out experiments at constant pressure. Okay. Now it is lost because it is open. Okay. In open systems, the pressure in the system remains constant. Okay. That's the atmospheric pressure. It is called under constant pressure. The time heat loss is there. Okay. So now what happens for this? Okay. Now we will define the new term in the thermodynamics, enthalpy. Symbolically, it is H. Okay. The sum of internal energy and the product of pressure volume appears frequently in many thermodynamic analysis. So H equal to U plus PV. Okay. Let's understand this equation. Hmm? Every system has its energy. That is called what? Internal energy. Okay. Now, if the system is ideal, not ideal means if the system is quiet, okay. If it want to do some work activity, okay. So it will not do what it is having already some energy, which is called as internal energy. Okay. That time something energy we have to supply, or by chance, if the energy of the surrounding is less than the energy of the system will do some work. Okay. That means if a system wants to do work with the surroundings, whether it is a loss or gain of energy, that time it needs some initiation, something extra, where where there is change in the volume at constant pressure. So to do this change in the volume at constant pressure, some extra energy is required. So whenever you do pressure volume work, it is called as energy. No, it is also energy. I told there are two important modes of energy transfer. One is heat, one is work. So work is what? It is a mode of energy transfer. So when we do PV work, so it is called energy transfer only between the system and the surroundings. Okay. So to do this PV work, so some energy we will supply or it is given out. So that extra energy, that extra energy along with existing energy of the system, that is called enthalpy of the system. Are you clear? Okay, so you are sitting idle in the room. So you want to stretch your leg and the arms. The time you will do some work, you will displace some air, some volume of air. So to do that one, you will plus some energy. So that energy plus already what you are having, and together is called use enthalpy. So just to understand this one, I'll give an example. You take an example of seed. Okay, seed is having internal energy. Some energy associated with the seed is called internal energy. Will it sow on its own? Simply if it is thrown, when the conditions are supportive, for example, temperature, for example, soil, for example, sun, water. So under the set of some conditions, only the internal energy is used to sprout. Okay, in the same way, with existing system, that is internal energy of the system, whatever extra energy is used in exchange of energy between the system and surrounding at constant pressure by changing the volume, that is PV, that extra if you add to the existing, that is called enthalpy. That's why the equation says H equal to U plus PV. So enthalpy is more than internal energy. How much more? It's much more. Okay, so it is because it is energy factor, therefore it is measured in the kilojoules. The enthalpy per unit mass system is referred as a specific enthalpy. If it is measured for 1 kilogram, okay, then it is called as a, for the specific mass it is measured. For example, you have 1 liter petrol and 2 liters petrol. Okay, 1 liter petrol has got different energy. 2 liters petrol has got different energy. For example, if I take energy given by the 1 liter petrol equal to X, then energy given by the 2 liter petrol equal to 2X, but enthalpy of the both is same. So it is measured for a particular unit of mass per kilogram, per liter, like that. Okay, that's why for this much unit mass, this is enthalpy for 10 times, 20 times, how much is required, that will add to the existing internal energy, and that becomes the enthalpy. Okay, so enthalpy in a simple sense, it is the heat content of the system when it performs certain work between the system and surrounding. Okay, so H equal to U plus PV. But how to know that how much enthalpy is there? In the previous session, we discussed that it is very difficult to know the internal energy. I gave examples. What you have some money in the bank, I give some 10 rupees. So how much increase there? 10 increase is there. That much I can say. But how much energy is there with you? That I don't know. In the same way, it is very difficult to tell the to understand the how much internal energy is there with the system. In the same way, how much enthalpy is there with that I don't know. But when we do some PV work or heat is energy is given or energy is taken out, that time whatever difference is there, no, that is called change in the enthalpy. So only change in enthalpy is very easy to understand, whereas enthalpy I don't know. Okay, that's why. So delta H equal to delta U plus P into delta V. This is done here. What is the enthalpy equation? H equal to U plus PV. Okay, right. Now change enthalpy. Delta H equal to delta U plus delta into bracket PV. So if you remove the bracket, P into delta V, V into delta P. Okay, but at constant pressure, in the pressure is constant. Okay, normal pressure. Now what is change the pressure? Zero, no change the pressure. So zero. So this delta P becomes zero. So this term is becomes zero. Don't take this. Therefore, delta H equal to delta U plus P into delta V is the equation for change in the enthalpy. Okay, now when there is no change in the volume, not done at all, that time this term becomes zero. Okay, that time what is the enthalpy change? Enthalpy change is nothing but a change in the internal energy, which is equal to what? Whatever energy is there associated, that's all, at constant volume. Okay, so change in the enthalpy is nothing but a change in the internal energy when at a constant volume. Okay, right. Now let us take this example. Okay, to go for one more small equation. So let us consider a general equation where A is converted to the B. HA be the enthalpy of reactant A and HB be the enthalpy of the product. Okay. So HA equal to, what is HA of the reactant? As for the, what is H equal to? H equal to U plus PV, no? So what is the enthalpy of the A? So it is the internal energy of the A and PV work done by the A. So A. Similarly by the B, what is change enthalpy? It is HB minus HA, the product minus the reactant. So in place of HB, this is the you substitute. In place of HA, this you substitute. So this is the equation. So after the rearrangement, delta H equal to delta U plus P into delta V into bracket HB minus HA. Okay, therefore delta H equal to delta U plus P into delta V. What is HB minus HA? Why he is taken as 1 year? Why has taken in 1 year? Please think on this. Okay, therefore delta H equal to delta U plus P into delta V. Now at constant pressure and temperature using ideal gas law, what is PV equal to? PVA equal to NERT for the reactant A and PVB equal to NBRT by the product B. So what is PVB minus PVA? Difference in the PV, that is equal to NBRT minus NERT. So by taking the RT common, NB minus NA, so that is a difference in the what number of moles of the reactant and the products. That is what change in the moles. Okay, this is for gaseous equation, no? Okay, so change in the number of moles into RT. So P into delta V equal to what? It is the change in the number of moles for the gaseous reaction into RT. This will put in the where here. So for the gaseous equation, change in the enthalpy equal to change in internal energy plus change in the number of moles into RT. So if RT are already constant, so when you will come to know how much change the volume or the number of moles by the balanced chemical equation, and if one is known out of two, other one can be easily calculated. So this is the most important reaction. Okay, right. Now enthalpy and internal energy comparative statement. Okay, enthalpy is the heat energy that is being absorbed or evolved during the progression of a chemical reaction. Okay, using the its internal energy. Internal energy of what? Is the sum of the total energy. Just atoms and molecules are there in every system, no? So they'll be vibrating, they'll be moving. So total energy existing with the system is called as internal energy. Formula H equal to P plus U plus PV, whereas delta equal to Q plus W, whether heat is applied or work is done according to the first law of thermodynamics, that is the formula for internal energy. So defined as the relationship between the system and the surrounding. So enthalpy is what? It is between system and the surrounding, defined as the total energy of the system only. How much energy is in the system? That is the internal energy. So this is about what? A system. This is between the system and the surrounding. So this is the basic difference between enthalpy and the internal energy. So today we learned little about the enthalpy. So in due course we use the same enthalpy for subsequent discussions. So please go through and understand. Try to understand. Otherwise, whenever revision starts at the time, we will go for small revision for only few selected doubts. Okay. Thank you. And all.